Elder Scrolls Oblivion players are now hitting trick shots due to the remaster. The Elder Scrolls 4. Oblivion has long held a cherished place in the pantheon of RPG classics, known for its immersive world, deep lore, and janky charm. However, the recent remaster has reignited interest in the game in an entirely unexpected way: trickshots. Once confined to the realm of FPS titles and fast-paced action games, trickshots, stylized or skillful projectile attacks often done for flair, are now appearing throughout Cyrodiil thanks to smoother mechanics, upgraded physics, and revitalized player interest. The remaster has introduced improved graphics and physics engines that make previously clunky bow and magic combat far more responsive and engaging. With hitboxes more reliably tracked and arrow flight more realistic, players are experimenting in ways that were once impossible. Perching atop the white gold tower and launching perfectly arched arrows into the plaza district below is no longer just cinematic, it's a viable flex. This shift is changing how both new and veteran players approach combat, redefining what skill expression looks like in a game traditionally built around stats and gear. This resurgence is not just a product of better mechanics but also of cultural cross-pollination. The rise of video sharing platforms and streaming culture means that moments of improbable skill or creativity are celebrated and rapidly disseminated. Players who grew up on Call of Duty trickshot compilations are now fusing that ethos with Oblivion's fantasy setting. TikTok and YouTube Shorts are overflowing with montages of slow-motion arrow kills, mid-air spell snipes, and improbable telekinetic object kills, turning Cyrodiil into a proving ground for virtual marksmen. Moreover, the remaster's quality-of-life improvements have reduced the friction that once made experimentation cumbersome. Load times are faster, aiming feels more intuitive with controller support refined, and mod support has been expanded for custom arenas and training maps. These changes make it easier for players to set up complex scenarios that would have taken hours, or been impossible, on the original engine. Now one can leap from a castle wall, shoot a guard through a chandelier's gap, and land on a horse, all while recording in 4K at 60 frames per second. In addition, a subset of the Oblivion modding community has leaned into this trend by developing custom trickshot challenges. These range from archery obstacle courses to magic-based target trials scattered across the Imperial Province. Even longtime lore purists are embracing the shift, using in-world justifications like Daedric Trials of Precision or Ayleid Relic Rituals to integrate trickshotting into roleplay. What was once niche gameplay has evolved into a quasi-sport within the community, blurring the lines between stunt, skill, and storytelling. The impact of these trickshots is not just recreational, it's reshaping Oblivion's legacy. What was once remembered for potato-faced NPCs and unpredictable AI now also garners attention for being a platform of mechanical finesse. The remaster has extended the game's lifespan by turning it into a sandbox not only for exploration and quests but for expressive gameplay artistry. Players are pushing the limits of the engine, and in doing so, are expanding what we think RPG mechanics can encompass. In conclusion, the remastered version of The Elder Scrolls 4. Oblivion has done more than polish visuals and streamline gameplay. It has catalyzed a surprising and exhilarating trickshotting renaissance. Players are no longer bound by Oblivion's original limitations. Instead, they are transforming the world of Tamriel into a playground for precision and spectacle. Whether this trend is a passing phase or a permanent facet of the game's culture, it has already proven that even an old classic can still learn new tricks.